Hello everyone, my name is Zoltan and I'm going to ask you this. Do you think that the current female UFC champion Ronda Rousey has narcissistic personality disorder? Kind of an ironic thing to ask on the internet and on a webcam, I know. But what strikes me, well, no pun intended, what strikes me about this topic is an apparent contradiction between Ronda's top-notch fighter credentials and her current personality. I was and am a fan of Ronda Rousey since day one, ever since she became popular, and she is becoming more and more popular as we speak. And I never would have imagined that I'm going to say this, but if you watch the 18th episode of The Ultimate Fighter, then you see a spiritually mature woman in Miesha Tate, a full-fledged woman, and you see a child in Ronda Rousey. Please realize that this is not a hate video. I'm a fan of both of these personalities, Rousey and Tate, and I think both are great fighters. But that does not change the fact that, in my opinion, Ronda has no emotional conflict resolving methods. She has no conflict resolving skills at her disposal, and she exhibits behavioral traits that reek narcissistic personality disorder from a galactic mile. Narcissistic people have this notion of inadequacy of themselves deep down inside their core. Their concept of love and acceptance is suboptimal, to say the least. Recall how the show starts off. When the original coach injures and Tate comes in to replace Katzingano, you remember that. And Ronda automatically assumes that she, Ronda, has been kicked off the show by Dana White. Because, you see, this is the main idea, because she considers herself inadequate secretly. And even though she is a stellar fighter and an almost complete woman. Miesha Tate is a complete woman already. And that is why I decided to make this video, because I like Ronda too, and I'm not going to give up on her. Originally, Ronda was my favorite character, so to speak, in this rivalry. I never had any problem with Miesha, but I got hooked up on the personality and the charisma of Ronda. But this is a superficial image. What you get is, what you're ultimately getting with her is not that at all. It's not like that at all. So I'm not giving up on Ronda, and I imagine how relieved she is right now. And because I think even she does not enjoy the way she behaves when she exhibits these narcissistic tendencies that I picking up on her in her behavior. Watch how Rousey interacts with her mom in the show. Their relationship is very, very telling. Only the best is enough. Her mother is a champion in her own right. She was one of the pioneers of judo, female judo. She has very, very serious credentials, and she raised Ronda with scientific sport rigor, obviously. And you can see that you have the impression it's not vocalized by her mom, but you definitely have the impression that only the best is enough for her mom. If you are a silver medalist, then you are inadequate. You did not push yourself hard enough, probably. And I think that Ronda Rousey recognizes every challenger not as a challenger, not solely as a challenger, but as a person who, in Ronda's mind, seeks to question Ronda's adequacy as a fighter. And of course, love and acceptance is only awarded if you are the best. So it remains to be seen how Ronda would deal with the loss, because she's undefeated as an MMA fighter, and I honestly think that she would have a really, really hard time digesting a loss, with her present mindset, that is. Remember how Tate said to her during one episode of the show that you don't even know how to throw a punch, and how Ronda reacted to this. This is very informative as well, because Ronda you could see it on her face that she secretly got totally destroyed by this notion. You could tell that she was hurt by it. And she had to invite her head coach over to demonstrate validation by positing a competent person who then states that Ronda is legit. So I think Ronda Rousey has narcissistic personality disorder, and I think she would be much better off without it, for herself and for the probably for the ethos of the sport. But it's totally up to her. I like Ronda Rousey as she is now, but I think now she is on a suboptimal level personality wise. She is better than this. So Ronda Rousey, you are a legitimate fighter because you are Ronda Rousey, and Miesha Tate is not your enemy. She's your best chance to evolve your consciousness through. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you think of these thoughts.